Well, hello there, people. It has been a swell day in the life of me, so that's good. And we're just chilling. We're just chilling today. Um, had a good chat with my uncle before getting back home from doing Easter at his place. So, yeah, that's kind of that. There's a lot of things you can do to make life easier on yourself. We're going to talk about some of that. Um, Mark, what's up? Hello. I hope you're having a fantastic Easter. So, one thing you can definitely do to make things a lot easier for you is to be pretty clear about what you want out of life. So, for me, I really want to be spending all my days preaching and helping people to get closer to God and writing and just sharing God's love and basically have that be how I live out my days and traveling and all that kind of stuff. So when you have a pretty good understanding of that, then that influences your choices, right? If you want to speak and help more people find Christ, well, it helps if you are also trying to seek Christ yourself. Good luck trying to bring somebody to Christ, but you don't really have a relationship with him. Like if you really are not working on that, it's going to be difficult to help someone else with that. So I think that's one of the big first things to make life a lot easier is knowing what you want and then having things in line to help you get that thing. Another thing that I think it would be very wise to have is really good boundaries for what you are going to do and what you're not going to do. This goes along very well with the thought with Jesus. Uh, is like it helps to have a good idea of what you are going to spend your time doing and what you're not going to spend your time doing. So when I was a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, we had our schedules filled up. Like, this is what we're going to do. This is who we're going to go see. We're going to have meetings at this time. We're going to go to church at this time. We're going to have lunch at this time. And having all that set up, it's like, well, you have the time set up. Now make it happen, right? And the thing with life is you're always going to have the same number of hours in the day. The quantity is never going to change. You're going to have the same number of hours every single day. But what could change is the quality that you get out of those hours. The people that you see, the things you get done, whether you're working on your goals, working on your gifts or not, those kind of things, those will all make your life a lot simpler and also easier, right? Because Proverbs 18:16, you'll be at the movies. That's okay, Mark. Delia, what's up? Hello. But working on your gifts, it says in Proverbs 18:16 that it will open doors for you and bring you before other great people, basically. So working on your gifts has tons and tons of upside. We look at Forrest Frank as an example. He'd done a lot of mixing and music and stuff growing up and into high school and stuff. Then he kind of bounced around in some like pop and some like religious pop. Michael, what's up? I hope you're doing fantastic. Hello, 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 hello. And now, obviously he's doing some amazing stuff in the Christian rap scene. But it's because he kept showing up, kept putting himself out there, kept trying to make it work, basically. And then he just needed a couple of really good hits that brought these, tidal waves of growth to him. And so, again, you're making it a lot easier on yourself by showing up. Mark, what's up? Hello. So, like, I've committed to doing these daily live streams every day, hence why they're called daily live streams. I think today's day like 36. So there we go. Did I have a good Easter day today? It was really lazy, but it was good. I had a good time. I watched a little bit of General Conference. I took a nap, and then I went and hung out with family and just had a really good chat with my uncle when he drove me back to my apartment. So yeah, it was a good time, but it was definitely pretty lazy. But that's okay. Yeah, there's a good scripture in Galatians 6 I wanted to read real quick. Someone has your name. Yes, Mark. Absolutely. We got Mark. Yeah. Okay. Good old Galatians 6. Galatians 6, we'll start with verse 5. For every man shall bear his own burden. Let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things. Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. And let us be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. So, like this a lot. Just saying, like, hey, you are going to reap, you are going to benefit from doing good things and from putting yourself out there, putting your gifts out there. And it's just saying that right there. It's like, don't stop doing good. When the new season comes, you will reap if you do not faint. So, yeah, when I'm doing the door-to-door sales and everything else will be happening in May, it's going to be pretty wild. I'm excited for those days. They'll be way good. But like all the stuff I'm doing right now, I still have to be prepared for that. And I have to be preparing now if I'd like to have a good result in the future. Because everything that you sow, you're also going to reap. So if you see it in school's a good example. If you didn't study for the test and it was curriculum that you didn't really super understand, chances are you're not going to do very well when the test comes. If you don't know what certain things are and then you get tested on it, meaning like, what is this? You're like, I don't know. Especially if it's not multiple choice. If it is multiple choice, you might have kind of a shot. But if it's not even multiple choice, like you're going to be up the creek without a paddle. It's not going to be good. So anyway, overall, it's been pretty good. I was planning to go on a walk today, then I didn't. So I'm planning to go on a walk after we do this. But yeah, I think I need to get better at, oh man, acting without needing to have any kind of reason why. Just like, let's do the thing. Let's do the thing and move things along. But yeah, keeping the commandments obviously is going to make your life a whole lot easier. It's just going to make things a lot simpler too. A whole lot simpler, a whole lot easier. Here's another good one. So this is Psalm 90:12. So teach us to number our days that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. This verse was shared with me by a really good friend of mine, and they were just kind of telling me about how, like, we can't take. I'm yawning a lot. But just how we can't take anything for granted, because things can get switched up, moved around, all that kind of stuff. So treat every day as a gift, as we talked about a couple weeks ago. That will certainly help. I'm kind of hungry. Don't super want to make any ramen. Don't want to make cereal. I could have some rice, but I don't know. Adriel, what's up? Did you have a fantastic Easter? I hope you did. There's this one. verse I was looking for. I think it's in Proverbs somewhere. But yeah, overall things are pretty chill. There's still some things I have to figure out, but very, very blessed. Very blessed. A lot of good things going on right now. So, definitely a little sleepy. Joshua 1 is also super good. But yeah, going to the task at hand, your life becomes a whole lot easier once you have a pretty good understanding of what you want to do, what you want to focus on, and what I was saying before, just like having those boundaries to help you stay there. You love Easter? That's awesome. Easter's a great holiday, a great time. Yeah. So we'll just read Joshua 1 to 9. This is a good verse. And after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it came to pass that the Lord spake unto Joshua the son of Nun, Moses' minister, saying, Moses my servant is dead. Now therefore arise, go over this Jordan, thou and all this people, unto the land which I do give to them, even to the children of Israel. Every place that the sole of your foot shall tread upon, that have I given unto you, as I said unto Moses. From the wilderness and this Lebanon, even unto the great river, the river Euphrates, all the land of the Hittites, and unto the great sea toward the going down of the sun, shall be your coast. There shall not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with thee. I will not fail thee, nor forsake thee. Be strong and of a good courage, for unto this people shalt thou divide for an inheritance the land, which I swore unto their fathers to give them. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law, which Moses my son, my servant, commandeth thee. Turn not from it to the right hand nor to the left, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and thou shalt have good success. Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee whithersoever thou goest. So, I like that, because it's saying that we just need to stay, firm, go forward, trust Jesus on Easter, just like you would trust him at any time of your life, instead of letting your faith fail or letting yourself not turn to him immediately. I think that's what I've learned a lot more to do over these last 30 or so days that we've been doing these daily live streams. It's like, let's make sure we're turning to Christ more. So, but yeah, things are pretty chill. Just really blessed. It's a blessing to see family, blessing to catch up with some people. I have a cousin that's planning to buy a house soon, so that's cool. And it's just cool to see like how people are doing, right? And just get to catch up with them, because they're all at different points. So I got to talk to that cousin. I got to talk to another cousin who's still in high school. So I just got to talk to a good amount of people. So it was a good time. I think we're gonna have some of the breakfast essential, maybe. I think so. Maybe. I don't know. The fridge is full. We got milk, we got cheese, we got chicken, we got a lot of good things going on. I'm honestly just feeling kind of sleepy. So, but gonna go for a walk because it's still only 9 o'clock. So it's still pretty early. But yeah. One day at a time, folks. One day at a time. We're not expecting any kind of crazy breakthrough. We're just taking it day by day. As long as you can have those little wins that will move you forward each day, I think you'll be just fine. So we're gonna make some room. There we go. Hello. Definitely. Oh, I need to drink some water. That's what needs to happen. Drink some water. But yeah, it feels good once you have more clarity in what you need to be doing. That helps, makes it a lot easier for yourself. Because then you know what not to do, right? You just have clarity. It's just nice. Way nice to do that for yourself. So I'm going to be doing door-to-door over the summer. What if universe said hello? Why hello? What if universe? Yeah, I was talking with my uncle about it. It's like, well, be doing door-to-door sales over the summer, and I could make, a pretty good amount of money, and then I could just sort of use that money to pay for rent and whatnot, and I could just be chilling. It helps when you get that kind of clarity with things. Makes life a lot easier. Because you're not trying to keep up with a ton of different scenarios and everything else. You're just like, let's just do this. Let's just make this happen. Yeah. Why are you wearing a hat indoors? Well, because my hair still needs some help. I don't know what it's going to do. I don't know if it's going to grow back or what it's doing. Plus, I like wearing hats. So. Plus, people wear hats indoors all the time. Yeah, we'll see. My body's been going through changes. So we'll see. We'll see if the hair makes a comeback at all or not. I don't know. It is what it is. I committed to showing up on here every day, hence we're here. Some days will be higher energy, higher clarity, higher joy than others. But yeah, we're just showing up. So, I mean, historically, doing it right now, this is a time where my brain is probably more preparing for sleep. So I'm kind of more loopy. But yeah, there you go. What changes have I been through? Well, yeah, my hair's balding a little bit. That's been a slowly advancing thing. I was working for my friend's startup and got let go from that. Uh, I'm gonna be moving to Chicago in less than a month, so I'll be moving out of here. What else? Yeah, just that kind of stuff. I did find something that was kind of fun was I was at a friend's house and he had one of those paper towel tube things. So I got that as a little kazoo. So that was super fun. Hair is overrated for you're a handsome guy, don't worry. That's kind of you. Yeah. We're just having a good time. I want to get more physically bulky. So it doesn't really matter, right? Like if you're physically bulky, like there's this guy I know that definitely has, he's like balding and whatnot, but he's bulky. It's like it doesn't really matter. And a lot of it too is like if you feel confident in yourself, like it also doesn't really matter either. Like you'll feel fine. Like you'll be fine. Just the energy you give off is what people are gonna get from you. So, but yeah, we do this for at least 30 minutes a day. So yeah, we got like 10 minutes left. But yeah. But yeah, things are good. I mean, things could definitely be a lot better. But I feel really like good like with right now. Like overall I'm in a pretty good spot. It's just got to keep going. Just got to keep building up momentum. Just got to keep improving things. Like I have my newsletter. We're doing this. I don't expect anything crazy to come from this, but you show up every day, and people see your growth, and it also helps you be accountable. And you just take it day by day. So yeah, we're at 9:11. So, but yeah, I have ADHD. I've barely moved around at all today, so I need to really pick up the pace with that because I really want to do 10,000 steps every day. And what happens is I get up there and then I fall off. Um, so I think I was like at day 6, it was like 8 or 9, 10, but 7, it's like, but it's just something you just got to do every day. Same thing like with this. It'd be easier to have done this in the morning. But we're doing this now because that's just what happens. You changed your name. That's okay. It happens. Yeah. With Mark. Change your name with Mark. That sounds good. Yeah, we're just gonna go for a little walk after this. And just take it day by day. But it's cool to see my cousins. One of my cousins has a son, so I got to see him eating his food. So I got to feed him a little bit of like, here's like a honeydew, here's like a little piece of ham. So that was wholesome. And yeah, it was just good. Like even though I wasn't like at my best place energy wise, because I just haven't moved a ton today. Um, I don't understand your question. Why doesn't God understand the female anatomy? You do realize that God created man and woman, right? He perfectly understands the female anatomy. So, anyway. Right now the play is just like let's move things forward. Let's keep the big picture in mind. Of course he perfectly understands that he created it. Like if you created something, then you would obviously understand it. Like a pretty good understanding. Like God understands everything about everything. Like he's all knowing. So there's nothing he doesn't know. But anyway, I don't know, it would be a good verse to end this stream with. 2 Timothy 2 might be a fun one. Ooh. Yes, this is a perfect one. Let's read this. We'll read this. This is Matthew 17. After 6 days, Jesus taketh Peter, James, and John his brother, and bringeth them up into a high mountain apart. So this is the Mount of Transfiguration. Was transfigured before them, his face did shine as the sun, his raiment was white as the light. And behold, there appeared unto them Moses and Elias talking with him. Then answered Peter and said unto Jesus, Lord, it is good for us to be here. If thou wilt, let us make here 3 tabernacles, one for thee, one for Moses, and one for Elias. While he yet spake, behold, and a bright cloud overshadowed them. Behold, a voice out of the cloud, which said, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. And when the disciples heard it, they fell on their face and were sore afraid. And Jesus came and touched them and said, Arise and be not afraid. And when they had lifted up their eyes, they saw no man save Jesus only. And as they came down from the mountain, Jesus charged them, saying, Tell the vision to no man, until the Son of Man be risen again among the dead. And his disciples asked him, saying, Why then say the scribes that Elias must first come? And Jesus answered and said unto them, Elias truly shall first come, and then restore all things. But I say unto you that Elias is come already, and they knew him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed. Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them. Then the disciples understood that he spake unto them of John the Baptist. When they were come to the multitude, there came to him a certain man, kneeling down to him, and saying, Lord, have mercy on my son, for he is lunatic and sore vexed. For oft times he falleth into the fire, and oft times into the water. And I brought him to thy disciples, and could not cure him. Then Jesus answered and said, O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him hither to me. Jesus rebuked the devil, and departed out of him. The child was cured from that very hour. Then came the disciples to Jesus apart and said, Why could not we cast him out? Jesus said unto them, Because of your unbelief. For verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, Remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Howbeit this kind goeth not out, but by prayer and fasting. While they abode in Galilee, Jesus said unto them, The Son of Man shall be betrayed into the hands of men, and they shall kill him. And the third day he shall be raised again, and they were exceedingly sorry. So basically Jesus is saying, hey, I'm going to be betrayed, I'm going to be killed, but on the third day I'm going to rise again. Then when they were come to Capernaum, they that received tribute came to money and said, Doth your master pay tribute? He saith, Yes. When he was come into the house, Jesus prevented him, saying, What thinkest thou, Simon? Of whom do the kings of the earth take custom or tribute? Of their own children or of strangers? Jesus saith unto him, Of strangers. Jesus saith unto him, Then are the children free. Notwithstanding, lest we should offend them, go thou to the sea, and cast a hook, and take the fish that first hooked them up, that cometh up. And when thou hast opened thy mouth, opened his mouth, thou shalt find a piece of money. That take and give unto them for me and thee. So in Matthew 17, we have the fish that Jesus was able to, there's like a coin in the fish's mouth. And we also have the Mount of Transfiguration, some other stuff. But he came back. Yeah, Jesus Christ came back. He was resurrected. And he'll come back to earth again to establish his kingdom when he comes back again. Yeah. I'm trying to understand you, the real Indian cones, brew, but you're just not making any sense to me. Because it sounds like a lot of those laws were created by man. So, yeah. It looks like all those laws were created by man. I read everything you wrote. It says he ordered all that don't bleed to be stoned. It seems that he does not, in fact, understand the female anatomy. So your claim of course, God knows that he created the female anatomy is infactual. Only 50% of women bleed in that instance. Yeah. Cool. I don't know. I'm not here to argue with anybody. To think that God doesn't understand something he created is probably the stupidest thing anybody can think. But you do you. Everybody gets to create their own rules. Yeah. I'll just leave it at that. I was in Matthew more. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could look into it. I mean, obviously, the Old Testament was inspired by God, right? So, yeah. I mean, I can look back at that. That's interesting. So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. Yeah. All right. I appreciate you sharing. Yeah, I'll look into it. But God knew everything He was doing when He said what He was doing, because He's God. So, yeah. Man fails all the time. God does not do that. All right. Yep. That is my claim. All right. Take care. Goodbye.